The neon glow of Las Vegas stretched down the boulevard, painting the streets in bright blues, reds, and golds. The city's heartbeat pulsed from every nightclub and casino, the bass from rooftop parties blending with the distant jingle of slot machines. But just a block away from all the luxury and noise, the mood shifted. In a narrow side alley, where the lights barely reached and the pavement reeked of stale beer and cigarette smoke, a man walked alone. His hands were in the pockets of a simple hoodie, his jeans loose, his sneakers scuffed from wear. He didn't look like a high roller. No gold chains, no designer logos, no entourage following him. To the two men leaning against the alley wall, this guy was easy money. "Look at this fool," one thug muttered, elbowing his partner. By himself, no crew, probably drunk. His friend grinned. "Yeah, let's see what he's got." They peeled off the wall, their footsteps soft but deliberate, like wolves moving in on a slow, wounded deer. The man kept walking, his posture calm, his pace unbothered. He could feel them behind him. But he didn't turn around. He didn't speed up. He just sighed, like someone who had seen this scene play out 100 times before. The thugs had no idea they were about to pick the worst possible target in the entire city. The sound of footsteps grew louder behind him, clumsy confidence, the kind that belonged to men who had won easy fights before. The man in the hoodie slowed his walk just slightly, but he didn't turn around. Not yet. "Yo!" one of the thugs shouted. His voice bounced off the brick walls of the narrow alley. "You deaf man? I'm talking to you." The man finally stopped, shoulders relaxed, hands still in his pockets. Slowly he turned around. The two thugs stepped forward, all swagger and smirks. One of them, tall and wiry with a crooked grin, flicked his chin upward. "Give me your wallet and your phone." His partner, shorter but stockier, added, "And that watch, too." The man in the hoodie looked down at his wrist, where a simple, understated timepiece sat. Nothing flashy, no diamonds, no gold, just a watch. He smiled softly, the kind of smile that didn't match the situation at all. "You sure you want to do this?" he asked, his voice calm, almost bored. The taller thug laughed. "Oh, we got a tough guy. What you gonna do? Call your mommy?" They stepped in closer, closing off the alley so he couldn't slip past them. The man didn't move, didn't flinch, didn't even blink. "Look at him," the shorter thug sneered. "Dude's soft, easy money." Still, the man in the hoodie didn't react. That silence, his complete lack of fear, made the taller thug uncomfortable. "Man, just empty your pockets before I—" He reached forward, giving the man's shoulder a rough shove. It wasn't enough to knock him down, but it was enough. The man took a slow breath, eyes narrowing slightly. "All right," he said quietly. "Let me give you one chance to walk away." The thugs laughed, deep belly laughs like they'd just heard the funniest joke in Vegas. "Walk away?" the shorter one snorted. "From what? You?" That's when headlights flooded the alley, washing over all three of them. A sleek, black Rolls-Royce Cullinan glided to a stop at the alley's entrance, its massive grille gleaming under the streetlights. The passenger door swung open, and a figure stepped out. The figure's wrist sparkled with diamonds, catching the light with every movement. His jacket was custom, his shoes worth more than most people's rent. The thugs squinted into the headlights, trying to make out the figure's face. Then they heard the voice. "Yo," the man called out. "You good?" It was unmistakable. The voice belonged to Floyd Mayweather himself. The moment that voice echoed down the alley, the air shifted. Even in the dim light, the thugs could see the unmistakable shine of Floyd Mayweather's diamond-encrusted watch, so bright it could have been its own streetlight. The taller thug's cocky grin froze mid-laugh. His partner took a step back, suddenly unsure of the situation they'd just walked into. "Wait," the shorter one whispered, his voice suddenly shaky. "That can't be." But it was. Floyd Mayweather, undefeated legend, the man who built an empire with his fists, stood casually beside his luxury SUV, leaning on the open door, a small smile playing on his face. "Y'all good back there?" Floyd asked again, this time a little louder, just to make sure everyone, especially the two thugs, heard him loud and clear. The man in the hoodie, Floyd's weak friend, finally sighed and pulled back his hood, revealing his face fully for the first time. It was Julian Love, a former pro boxer and one of Floyd's longtime protégés. The same hands the thugs had mistaken for soft had once sent trained fighters crashing to the canvas. "You were saying?" Julian asked, tilting his head slightly, his voice calm but with a razor-sharp edge. The taller thug's face turned pale. "Hold up. You're with Floyd Mayweather?" Julian smirked. "I've been with Floyd since before you learned how to tie your shoes." The shorter thug's hands flew up defensively. "Hey man, this is a misunderstanding." "Misunderstanding?" Julian's smile disappeared. "No, you understood just fine. You thought I was easy." He cracked his knuckles slowly, the sound echoing louder than the bass from the nearby club. Floyd, still leaning against the rolls, chuckled. "Man, people always think the quiet ones can't fight." Julian took a slow step forward. "You got two choices. Run, or find out how wrong you are." The alley seemed to shrink around the two thugs. The confidence they had just minutes ago, when they thought they were about to rob some random guy, had drained from their faces, leaving nothing but panic and confusion. The taller thug took a shaky step back, bumping into his partner. "Yo, man, we didn't know. We were just playing." Julian didn't move. His stance was relaxed, hands loose at his sides, but there was something in his eyes now, something that said he wasn't playing at all. "You put hands on me," Julian said calmly. "You asked for this." The taller thug raised his hands, palms out. Nah, come on man, we're good, no disrespect." But Julian was already moving. He closed the distance between them in a blink, faster than either thug could process. His right fist drove straight into the taller thug's solar plexus, a perfectly placed body shot, delivered with the kind of precision that only comes from years in the ring. The thug folded instantly, gasping for air, knees hitting the pavement. He clutched his stomach like his whole ribcage had caved in. The shorter thug panicked, turning to run, but Julian's hand snatched his hoodie from behind, yanking him back with ease. "Where you going?" Julian asked, voice low, calm, and terrifying. The thug twisted to face him, trembling. "I'm sorry. I swear I'm sorry." "You thought I was weak," Julian said, his grip still firm. "That's your first mistake." Then, without warning, Julian gave him a light slap across the face, not enough to hurt, but enough to send a message. "Go." Julian released his grip and pointed down the alley. "Before I change my mind." The thug stumbled backward, grabbed his partner by the collar, and dragged him away. The taller thug, still wheezing from the body shot, managed to stagger to his feet. Both men disappeared into the night, running so fast they almost tripped over themselves. Floyd strolled down the alley, laughing so hard his diamond chains rattled against his chest. "Man, I told you this would happen." Floyd grinned. "You walk around too quiet. People think you can't fight." Julian shook his head, adjusting his hoodie. "Let 'em think that. Makes moments like this even better." Floyd slapped a hand on Julian's shoulder. "Next time, wear a TMT shirt or something. Save 'em the trouble." Julian smirked. "Where's the fun in that?" They climbed into the rolls, the door shutting with the softest, most expensive-sounding click imaginable. As the luxury SUV pulled back onto the boulevard, neon lights reflected off the windshield. Behind them, the alley was quiet again, except for the faint sound of the two thugs still running, hearts pounding in their chests, knowing they had just made the biggest mistake of their lives. Because in Las Vegas, there are two kinds of people you never mess with: the legends and the people they train.